4:03, the late scratching time. The sub is now number 2, Quiet Sensation. And they're all in. Quiet Sensation has been in for a while now. Started rushing over to the stand to send them on their way. Bit of a champ out at 4:03. Got out to about 10 to 1 in the market here. And the field locked away and ready to go. A lot of pace in the event. Iambic lines in. Lighters on. Set and they're racing this time. Quiet Sensation hopped out quickly. So did Raw Edge on the outside with Disputed Pearl. Fly away quickly today, and Raw Edge will lead. Fly away getting up on the inside of him. Going quickly as Lights show up on the inside of them from Disputed Pearl. Call Me the Breeze. Quiet Sensation beaten for pace on the outside of it. Snowy Mountain and out deep as Iambic. 2 lengths further back, Gourmet Prince from Dashing Kiwi and Ballanor. Coming through the gap with 650 to go. Raw Edge and Fly Away the fence. 3/4 to Disputed Pearl. 2 lengths further back in the field. Then came Call Me the Breeze. Now Quiet Sensation's got to the outside. She's starting to run on from Light Show and a gap to Iambic and further back Gourmet Prince. The leader Raw Edge ahead in front of Disputed Pearl before the turn from Fly Away. Then Quiet Sensation going up to third from Call Me the Breeze. Then Light Show. They straighten up. Disputed Pearl, Raw Edge together. 2 lengths in front of Quiet Sensation. They look to be the chances from Fly Away, but Raw Edge is a neck in front. Disputed Pearl comes again. They're stride for stride. Disputed Pearl put its nose in front of Raw Edge. Disputed Pearl in front, and Disputed Pearl gets up to win. A neck to Raw Edge. 2 lengths Quiet Sensation third. A gap Gourmet Prince, Fly Away, Light Show, Call Me the Breeze. Then further back in the field, Dashing Kiwi, Snowy Mountain, Ballanor and Iambic is last of all. Disputed Pearl, the winner here. They had a good battle, Disputed Pearl and...
65. Third, Farris King, $1.15. Quinella paid $34.35 and the trifecta $507.15. That's the result of race number 7 at Randwick. Now they're already in Brisbane. Wayne Wilson, your caller for race 7 on the card. So here's Wayne.
Rajamar well behaved. All in, set. Lights go on. 2,200 metres. Beautiful run down the straight from the starting point. Set. He's holding them. Rajamar straightens up. Ready this time. Rajamar balances up again. All set. Racing now. Rajamar came out smartly. Equity Girl, Sea Scandal actually got the best of it on the outside. Showing speed in the early part, Stealthy Night, but Sea Scandal's going to head them off. And as they link up with the course proper, it's Sea Scandal going to the front. Stealthy Night second. Miss Stevenson moving up to be third. Rajamar fourth. Regimental March is fifth over on the inside. Agent Provocative is trapped a little bit deep. Blaster getting back with that Atari Prince Ming. And Equity Girl immediately drops out last. Not a great deal of speed on this leader, pulling pretty hard. They go past the winning post the first time round. And it's Sea Scandal 2 in front. Stealthy Night second. Miss Stevenson third. 1 to Rajamar. Agent Provocative is running fifth on the outside of Regimental March. 1 to Atari. Prince Ming next on the inside. Blaster at 3 deep. Atari in a little bit of a squeeze box there at the moment. And Equity Girl is last of all. Heading up the Nudgee Road side, heading towards the 1400, and they've really slowed the speed out in front. Sea Scandal just bobbing along at the moment, leading by a length and a half. In second position, Miss Stevenson on the outside of Stealthy Night, then Rajamar and Agent Provocative. 1 to Regimental March inside of Blaster. Third last Prince Ming, then Atari, and Equity Girl 2 off at the rear. 1,200 metres out. Sea Scandal moving away from them again, leads by 3 lengths now. Stealthy Night second. Miss Stevenson a length and a half away third, then Rajamar, Agent Provocative. Regimental March, Blaster, Prince Ming, Atari, Equity Girl still at the rear. 15 lengths covering the field. Sea Scandal slowing up again, leads by a length now. Miss Stevenson popping off the rails, moving up on the outside. A Stealthy Night didn't want to run a risk on a pocket, so he's eased off the rails. But a Sea Scandal taking off again, coming down the side. Stop and go tactics on Sea Scandal out in front. Sea Scandal kicks away, leads by 3 lengths. Stealthy Night running second. A length and a half away third, Blaster. Miss Stevenson's lost her position. She's dropped back. Starting around Agent Provocative on the outside of Rajamar, Regimental March. Atari's giving them a start, but he's coming into it now, but he's under the whip, he's under pressure. Then Equity Girl and Prince Ming last of all. They'll have to get going to catch Sea Scandal. Sea Scandal nicely clear as they flatten for the run-in. 3 lengths in front. Stealthy Night running second. Miss Stevenson, she's coming again on the outside, and here comes Atari. Atari's flying on the outside. Sea Scandal still the leader. A length and a half in front of Atari. Rajamar into the clear with Miss Stevenson. This is going to be a ding-donger. Rajamar's flying home. He grabbed them and he beat them. Rajamar first. Atari or Sea Scandal in a photo, second and third. Miss Stevenson fourth. Then Regimental March, Agent Provocative, Equity Girl, Stealthy Night, Blaster, Prince Ming.
Numbers will be 1, 6 and 10, I'd suggest. with getting up on the outside, Atari, I think, getting second, so it should be 1, 6 and 10. Wanted a photo as called by Wayne. The winner, Rajamar, flashing home to beat Atari and Sea Scandal. The last in Adelaide.
Torello looking for the lead. Classic Q is showing good speed, and so too Brash Report and Port Tradition. Purple Rain. Royal Scepter drifting back on the rail and around the outside of Royal Scepter there, making a bit of ground, but wide Beau George, and then further back in the field there's another one getting up around them and turn Foolish Notion 3 deep. Then further back Young Vigilante, and they were followed further back in the field by Snow Gypsy, about 3 lengths away to the tail ender, and that's Heroic Lord as they go down towards the 800 metre point on the side, and Port Tradition led by 1.5 lengths Torello. TAB favourite's got the drop on him. He's got the run of the race. Brash Report next, followed by Classic Q, and over on the outside Purple Rain. Royal Scepter on the inside. Beau George around the outside. Foolish Notion's never been on the track. Further back in the field behind that as they pack right up as Snow Gypsy, and so too is Young Vigilante. And last of all, 2 away is Heroic Lord as they swing now. Port Tradition kicked 1.5 lengths. Torello after it. Classic Q, Royal Scepter following it up. Out wider on the track then came Purple Rain. In that division 2 was Beau George. Classic Q's got right up on the rail, goes up to be a leader with Torello as Port Tradition drops off. Purple Rain comes at them on the outside. Torello got the head in front of Classic Q. Classic Q on the inside, right up against the rail. It's that place to be. It's been like that all day. Here's another one right on the aluminium. Classic Q, 3/4 Torello. Third Purple Rain. In fourth posse Beau George, and then came Snow Gypsy, followed by a Royal Scepter. They were followed further back by Young Vigilante. Port Tradition. Back in behind those then came out wider on the track Heroic Lord. Well back Foolish Notion, who was wide throughout, and Brash Report.
6, 5 and 8 as seen by Ron Paps on race 7 in Adelaide. Classic Q number 6 the winner, 5 Torello second, 8 Purple Rain third, 6, 5 and 8 on race number 7 in Adelaide. The last there is due at 4:55 and there are no scratchings, and a field of 6 taken out at 3 minutes after 4 at the barrier after bolting. Disputed Pearl, $2.10 for the win and 80 cents for the place. Second was Raw Edge, $1.05. Quiet Sensation third paid 80 cents. Quinella was $5.95, the trifecta $37.95, and the running double on 2 and 6 paid $46.55. That was the official result of race 7 at Moonee Valley. Pearl, a big dividend, $167.55. The first leg sub was number 6, Big Zapple, and the second leg sub, number 2, Quiet Sensation. The quadrella on 5, 9, 2 and 6, Blondo, Toyd, Mnemonic and Disputed Pearl was another big dividend, $5,675.50. Now we can check the approximates for the last event in Melbourne. Things have been quite hectic over the last 20 minutes or so, so let's check those approximate dividends. 95 cents for the place. Atari number 6 was 70 cents. Sea Scandal number 10, $4.05. Quinella, $5.05. Trifecta, $159.65. The totes on race number 7 at Doomben.
Are off and racing in this in the last. Best away was McNulty with Mardi Gras and Capital backing. Nixon got away well. Flaming Road is showing dash shortly after the start from Proudly Born, and Grand Bobby's getting across from the outside, followed by Final Scene, Whiskey George, Scandia. El Toreador the rails, a couple away Commander, King Mask, followed by Engineer, and dropping to the rear of Star Sense. Mardi Gras leads them as they race to the 1200 by 3/4 length. Grand Bobby sitting outside, Capital backing. McNulty's on the fence. Scandia is whipping around the outside to put pace on. Final Scene is in the centre. McNulty copped to Pratt. The next one, Flaming Road, followed by Commander, El Toreador, King Mask, Proudly Born, with Engineer and Star Sense the last couple. Down the side at the 800 now, and Scandia has reached the lead narrowly from Mardi Gras. Holding third is Grand Bobby, getting a nice run, and likewise was Nixon. Whiskey George is now taking off around them. Flaming Road is following it up. McNulty's back on the fence with Final Scene. Capital backing ahead of that pair. They're followed by El Toreador as they come to the turn, and a bunch from Commander. Proudly Born was next, and a break to King Mask, Star Sense, and Engineer is last on the bend. Mardi Gras again assumed control on the corner. Holding down second is Scandia, followed by Capital backing Grand Bobby. McNulty's looking for a way out. Whiskey George has dropped off. Flaming Road is down the centre of the track, followed by Final Scene. Mardi Gras pinched a break over the rise. 3 in front. McNulty is going out after it now with Capital backing, followed by El Toreador. Mardi Gras the leader. Capital backing and McNulty are closing on it. Mardi
Mardi Gras finding plenty. Now Capital Backing is wearing it down. Capital Backing and Mardi Gras, they're going to the line stride for stride. Capital Backing doing a little bit the better. There's one up, one down. Oh, crikey, it's tight. Capital Backing maybe a nose. There's nothing in it. Capital Backing or Mardi Gras. It depends who got the swinger on the line. Star Sense flew home for third in front of McNulty, Old Toreador. Flaming Road was next in, followed by King Mask and a Brake Engineer Commander. Grand Bobby failed to come on. Proudly Born and Final Scene were next from Whiskey George. Nixon was never in it from the home quarter, and Scandia was one of the last ones in.
Well, we can have a good look at this final stages of the last in Sydney, and it looks as though Capital Backing on the outside, number 10, may have just got up. But as Paul Ambrosoli said, the heads are out of sync. They're scissoring on the line. Capital Backing has put his head in front, but the bob right on the line. I tell you what, this is very close between Capital Backing and Mardi Gras, and number 13, Star Sense, should get into third placing. So we'll anxiously await the outcome of the photo there on the last in Sydney. That should be coming through very shortly. We can check now for you the result. 2.15 and 1.25 Classic Coup. Torello, 85 cents. Purple Rain, $1.60. Quinella, $4.45. And the trifecta, $62.45. That's the official result with Wait Right, race 7 in Adelaide. So it's very, very tight in Sydney.
The stalls are back and they're racing, and Vesterberg hopped out quickly on the inside. Cuda Theatre away well with Venadou. Mistino settling behind Our Vézelay, followed around the outside by Touch Your Heart from County Gossip, Princess Heights, and Voodoo Blues is up on the outside of it. Down to that corner they race with about 1,300 metres to go, and from the outside Touch Your Heart is going to cross over and lead. Touch Your Heart by a length of Vesterberg, a length Cuda Theatre up third on the outside. Touch Your Heart can't cross Vesterberg. There's about a half length between them. Cuda Theatre pulling its way up third. A length into Venadou on the outside of Our Vézelay from Mistino, County Gossip 2 to Princess Heights and Voodoo Blues. Down the back they race, 1,100 to go. Touch Your Heart off the fence about 3/4 Vesterberg. A neck further back then Cuda Theatre, inclined to get up on the bit, running third. 2 lengths further back then Venadou out 3 deep around the outside of Our Vézelay. Mistino on the fence, a length further back in the field Voodoo Blues, County Gossip and 2 to Princess Heights. Coming up with about 700 metres to go. Touch Your Heart in front, Vesterberg is gone. Cuda Theatre moved up now on the outside of Touch Your Heart. Venadou's travelling pretty well, has moved up to third as Cuda Theatre went to the front. Venadou a half length behind it. Then Our Vézelay, Touch Your Heart dropping out from Voodoo Blues and 2 lengths to County Gossip. And then Vesterberg, 450 metres to go. Cuda Theatre about a neck in front. Venadou on the outside, ranged up to get on terms. Venadou moved up to Cuda Theatre. The rider had a look over the shoulder. A length and a half for the back. Our Vézelay followed on the outside of it by Voodoo Blues. Cuda Theatre struggling, and Venadou's a half length in front when they straighten up from Cuda Theatre from Our Vézelay, who's having a bumping duel with Voodoo Blues. Venadou in front with about 150 to go. He's riding at hands and heels. He's in front of Voodoo Blues and Our Vézelay. It's Venadou just in front near the line, and Venadou's won the money. Venadou by a half length. For second, there's not much in it. Maybe Our Vézelay from Voodoo Blues. They bumped all the way up the straight. A good gap to Cuda Theatre. Further back in the field, then Touch Your Heart, followed on the inside by Vesterberg, Princess Heights, County Gossip, and Mistino is last of all. KJ Curtin, Tosca, is trained the winner of the final event on the day. Number 4, Venadou, ridden by Simon Marshall. Number 4, Venadou, has won the last, although the judge has called for a photo all round. It's won at about a neck to a half length in the run to the post, number 4. Very tight for second because Our Vézelay and Voodoo Blues had a real bumping duel over the last 150 metres in the early part of the straight. But Venadou, the number about to go on the frame, scoring about a neck to a half length. In fact, I'm surprised they've called for a photo for the win. And it's pretty tight here between...
Second was Our Vézelay, number 8, 80 cents. Third, number 7, Voodoo Blues, 95 cents. Quinella was $4.15. The trifecta paid $44.55, and the running double on 6 and 4, a dividend of $12.40. And no sign of the quad extra dividend as yet, but in fact I think it might just be coming through now. Here it is. I said it might be a healthy dividend. It certainly was. 9 toyed, 2 mnemonic, 6 disputed pearl and 4 Venadou. The quad extra 9, 2, 6 and 4, $13,224.05. And a pretty healthy quadrella today too, $5,675.50, and the quadrella numbers were 5, 9, 2 and 6. Now in Brisbane, This is the last event on the card, the Sun Lover Novice Handicap, and they're just about ready to jump. Let's take a look at the scene. Here they go. Here's one.
Brilliantly, and Burglars Union showing speed. Jupiter's Darling and Midnight Safari both came out nicely. Young Carbinier of fairly a ways, running fifth on settling down. Analysis Lad in the middle, Noble Red and Liberty Bow going up but a little bit wide on the track. Over on the inside is Bluet, Biscay Rebel, midfield but very deep against the rules, getting back with O'Cool. And New Biscuits last of all, settling down, running up towards the first turn. They've got 850 metres to go. Burglars Union a length in front of Baghdad Boy. A half length away third on the inside there. Midnight Safari and Western Fantasy improving quickly on the outside, followed by Liberty Bow. Further back was Biscay Rebel, Noble Red. Jupiter's Darling next on the inside. Young Carbinier up running about fifth, about 6 lengths from the leader. Analysis Ladders a long way back with O'Cool, Bluet, and New Biscuits last of all coming towards the home turn. 450 metres to go. Burglars Union the leader, 3/4 of a length in front of Baghdad Boy and Western Fantasy on the outside. Young Carbinier is a length away fourth, followed by Midnight Safari on the inside, and then Liberty Bow and Noble Red hooked out deep. Burglars Union still the leader, 300 metres out. Thompson's gone for the whip on him. Baghdad Boy trying hard to reach him on the outside, then Young Carbinier. Midnight Safari making ground on the rails. It's the grade taking the lead with 100 yards to go. Baghdad Boy in front. Young Carbinier coming after him quickly. It's going to be tight. Young Carbinier. Young Carbinier beat Baghdad Boy, beat him a head or so. Midnight Safari third, then Noble Red, Liberty Bow, followed by New Bisc, Bluet, and then Burglars Union. Biscay Rebel, Analysis Lad, O'Cool, Western Fantasy, Jupiter's Darling, and Against the Rules.
It'll be 5, 3 and 12. Young Carbinier getting up in the last few strides to score by about a half neck on the post from Baghdad Boy, number 3. Third placing going to number 12, Midnight Safari, as called by Wayne Wilson, 5, 3 and 12. I think we may have the interim tote dividends on the final event coming through with those placings being 5, 3 and 12, and there they are within seconds again. Young Carbinier $1.65 and 80, Baghdad Boy second 95 cents, and Midnight Safari should pay $9 and 35 cents for the numbers 5, 3 and 12. $2.10. Capital Backing returned $5 and $2.45. Star Sense paid $3.05. The Quinella $76.20. That's of course for the dead heaters. Now the trifectas 8, 10 and 13 paid $1,886.55, and 10, 8 and 13 $2,829.85. That's the result of the final event in Sydney. Now, I spoke about the league ladder, that it's going to be very interesting after today, and let's have a look at it now, and we can see that the Hawks are up on top of the ladder with 7 wins and a percentage of 135. Collingwood's gone up into second.
Start. Polydor won it near the inside. Arian showed some speed. Acryllon beaten for pace, and moving up out wide on the track, Finest Marlin going fairly well. Too early was Montrace. Romantic Ranger is also going with good speed. As they settle fully now, driving through near the inside is Oris, who's one of the leaders, with Polydor, who's racing deep, coming around the side and pushing up in the centre with them. There's another one poking through, just can't pick it up for the moment. As they come to the turn, it's Ardent Night. In fact, they're clear of Romantic Ranger now fourth, and then further back in the field, getting behind them was Savato, then Finest Male, Sweet Chariot, Hurricane Hank, well back with Arian and Tolltree and Do Your Duty. They're not in it with our Archie. Acrylon and Kalo in the straight though, and on the inside, Oris the leader. On the outside, Polydor, who's raced deep throughout, is going up to be the challenge, and they were followed then by Romantic Ranger running on pretty well. Polydor the leader, but now Romantic Ranger coming after it. Polydor in front, Romantic Ranger cutting it down. Polydor is just in front. He's throwing everything at it now, and it'll hang on, Polydor. Second, Romantic Ranger. Third was Hurricane Hank just in front of Oris, and they were followed then by out deep on the track. There's one down here. Tolltree crashed going over the line. The horses got up. He looks to be all right. The rider's on his feet. Back in the run on then, our Archie Medici was out wide, and further back then, Savato, Finest Male, Acrylon, Montrace, Do Your Duty, Ardent Night, Arian knocking right up. Sweet Chariot back there with Kalo, and the rider of Tolltree, Simon Price, on his feet, has held the reins.
Righto, Ron Paps there with the last event, 2, 6 and 5. Polydor just holding on to win about a neck in the run home from Romantic Ranger number 6, and third placing going to 5, Hurricane Hank. 2, 6 and 5 on the final event in Adelaide. Second $1, third Hurricane Hank $1.30. 2, 6 and 5 on the last at Cheltenham. Right, well, that's just about it. We have correct $1.65 for the win, 80 cents for the place. Baghdad Boy was second, 95 cents, and third, Midnight Safari, $9.80. Quinella was $2.80, and the trifecta, $245.95. Righto, we have...
And Darren Gauci, who had a similar experience.